call the November 2nd, 2020 Budget Committee to order. And as normal, this meeting is being held pursuant to Executive Order 65 of the Governor of the State of Tennessee. As such, all members of this committee must be able to hear me and each other. If you cannot hear other committee members, please notify me immediately. All votes will be done by roll call. Without objection, the Budget Committee hereby determines that meeting electronically is necessary to protect the health, safety, and welfare of Tennesseans and allow the COVID-19 outbreak. This meeting is available to the public on public access TV and is streaming live on YouTube. Can all the Budget Committee members hear me? I'm getting a yes from everybody. Okay, thank you. I will now call the roll. Commissioner Herbert.
Here.
Thank you. Commissioner Morton.
Morton here.
Thank you. Commissioner Sturgeon.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Anderson. Push it again. Okay. Mayor Anderson.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, President. And Commissioner Webb is present. I will note that I want to be on the beach with Commissioner Sturgeon, but not today. The minutes have been sent out late this afternoon. I hope everyone's had a chance to look at them. Has everyone received the minutes of the October 5th meeting? I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Sturgeon, motion for approval.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Herbert, second.
Thank you. Does anyone have any corrections, additions, or
I want to
deletions?
know how, I said, I want to know how, can you hear me? I said, I want to know how Barbara gets on the beach and we're stuck at home.
Well, that's out of order, Commissioner Herbert. We'll talk about that in a minute. So I have a roll call, a motion and a second. Are there any changes, deletions, or corrections to the minutes? Hearing from no one, I will call the roll to approve the minutes of the October 5th, 2020 Budget Committee. Commissioner Herbert. You're muted.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Morton.
Morton, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Sturgeon.
Yes.
Mayor Anderson.
Anderson, yes.
Commissioner Webb, yes. The minutes of October 5th, 2020 are approved unanimously. As far as I know, there are no transfers today, so we'll move on to resolutions. Do note, some of you on earlier, we do have a late filed resolution. We'll put that at the end of the agenda without objection. All right, here we go. Resolution 11-20-8, a resolution appropriating amending the 2020-21 solid waste budgets by $93,940.72 for costs associated with the approval of 2 additional truck driver positions. Revenues come from unappropriated solid waste funds. Do I have a motion for approval?
Herbert, motion to approve.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Sturgeon, second.
Thank you. Nancy Zion is here. I think this is self-explanatory, but do you have anything to add, Nancy, or someone has questions for her? Go ahead now. Okay. I do see a lot of activity when I'm at the Wilson Pike and Sunset Road station, so I can see the need for new truck drivers.
We just have more garbage? Is that what it is?
No, that's actually a very good question, Barb. Actually, yes, we do have more garbage, but that's not the primary driving force behind this. I had requested 2 drivers during the original budget process this current fiscal year, but then COVID happened and, well, y'all know what happened with the budget. Between 2016 and 2020, there has been an increase in the number of trips by 37%. And that may not sound extremely astronomical to you, but the trip time has increased dramatically. So what used to take an hour and 30 or an hour and 45 minutes to do a round trip for Knowles now takes over 2 hours. So if you factor in the increased garbage, the increased number of trips, and the increased travel time, the trip time is up 85%. And I've been filling in with overtime, bringing drivers in, using heavy equipment operators, and there's just not enough of us to go around. So I need to go ahead and get 2 more positions, if you will.
Thank you.
One more question.
Go ahead, Commissioner Sturgeon.
Sure.
Why is the trip time going up?
Traffic, traffic all over the county. Yes, think how far it is from the landfill to Nolensville. That is our farthest one, but all the trip times. Also, the increased traffic on the landfill, our drivers are having to wait to unload depending upon where it is. So there's several things that do factor into this.
Okay, thanks, Nancy.
You're welcome.
This would be for Nancy or Nina. Are there any care funds available for something like this? Because part of this, I think, may be attributed to more people working and taking school classes from home, so there's more household trash. Is there any evidence there that might give us a grant?
We have met our allotment for the CARES grant. We had a little over 3.4 million that was allotted to the county, and we have met that. We've actually exceeded that. I had that up today. Our total submission was 12.2 million. So we were guaranteed or allotted the 3.4, but we've exceeded those.
Okay, thank you, Nina.
To submit for that.
Paul, I would like to
Yes.
address that question as well, Paul. I requested these before COVID happened. We needed this before COVID. COVID just added to it, but I'm assuming COVID is a temporary situation. But this was needed prior to these
Okay,
increases.
Good point, Nancy. Thank you. Does anyone else have any questions regarding 11-20-8? Seeing none, we're ready to vote. Signify by saying aye if you approve 11-20-8 when I call your name. Commissioner Herbert?
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Morton?
Morton, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Sturgeon?
Sturgeon, yes.
Thank you. Mayor Anderson?
Anderson, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Webb votes yes. Passes unanimously. Next up is Resolution 11-20-9, a resolution authorizing the Williamson County Mayor to sign a contract with the State of Tennessee Administrative Office of the Courts on behalf of the Juvenile Court and amending the 2020-21 Juvenile Service Budget by $5,000. Revenues come from state grant funds. Do I have a motion for approval?
Herbert, motion to approve.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Sturgeon, second.
Thank you. Any discussion? I see Judge Guffey is on the line. If anyone has any questions. Looks pretty straightforward. Ready to vote? Okay, all those in favor of 11-20-9 signify by saying aye when I call your name. Commissioner Herbert?
Herbert, aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Morton?
Morton, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Sturgeon?
Sturgeon, yes.
Thank you. Mayor Anderson?
Anderson, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Webb votes yes.
Anderson,
Resolution 11-20-9 passes unanimously. Next up is Resolution 11-20-10. Resolution to surplus and approve the conveyance of a German Shepherd and former canine officer with the Williamson County Sheriff's Office to his previous law enforcement handler. Do I have a motion for approval?
Herbert, motion to approve.
Thank you. And a second?
Morton, second.
Thank you. We have I think I saw the sheriff on here. Does anyone have any questions on 11-20-10? No? Okay, we ready to vote? All right. All those in favor of Resolution 11-20-10 signify by saying aye when I call your name. Commissioner Herbert?
Herbert, aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Morton?
Morton, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Sturgeon?
Sturgeon, yes.
Thank you. Mayor Anderson?
Anderson, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Webb, yes. And that passes 11-20-10 passes unanimously. Next resolution is Resolution 11-20-11. Resolution authorizing the Williamson County Mayor to enter into an agreement with the State of Tennessee, Office of the Secretary of State, Tennessee State Library and Archives, and appropriate amending the 2020-21 library budget by $4,568. Do I have a motion for approval?
Herbert, motion to approve.
Thank you. And a second?
Morton, second.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions on this? This is a grant. The library director is on the call if you have any questions. Seeing none, ready to vote? All those in favor of 11-20-11 signify by saying aye when I call your name. Commissioner Herbert?
Herbert, aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Morton?
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Sturgeon?
Sturgeon, yes.
Thank you. Mayor Anderson?
Anderson, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Webb votes yes. Resolution 1120-11 passes unanimously. Next up is Resolution 1120-12, a resolution appropriating and amending the 2020-21 Register of Deeds budget by $15,000. Revenues come from document recording fees reserve account. Do I have a motion for approval?
Herbert, motion to approve.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Morton, second.
Thank you. Anyone have any questions? Let's see.
This is Herbert. I have a question.
Okay, then Ms. Paris is on the call.
Is this because not the full staff is working?
Oh, this isn't Karen's. Maybe Nina can answer that one.
Commissioner Morton here, I can actually chime in.
Okay.
We work with the registrar's office fairly regularly. A couple several employees from the registrar's office are stepping down. Pam Greer, next couple of weeks. And then we had another who received an offer closer to home, Chapel Hill or Pittsburgh, I believe, and has a chance Marshall County. So they're short on staff.
Thank you, Mr. Morton. Let me interject. We do have some folks that are not muted, and it's difficult to hear. So if you're not speaking, would you please mute your telephone or your computer? We would appreciate that. You can mute by *6 on your telephone if you're calling in by phone.
Thank you, Commissioner Morton.
All right. Any other questions? Seeing none, ready to vote? All those in favor of Resolution 1120-12 signify by saying aye when I call your name. Commissioner Herbert?
Herbert, aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Morton?
Morton, aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Sturgeon?
Sturgeon, aye.
Thank you. Mayor Anderson?
Anderson barks with an eye.
And Commissioner Webb votes aye. That resolution 11-20-12 passes unanimously. It must have been the sheriff was a resolution too late on his dog barking. All right, resolution 1120-14, a resolution approving the compensation rate of the Williamson County delinquent tax attorney. Do I have a motion for approval?
Herbert, motion to approve. And those are dogs. I've got a new dog, so they may be barking.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Morton, second.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, the new dog, is that her husband, or is that real husband, or is that real four-legged animal?
I believe you're out of order.
It's my son's new dog. And I do have a question about this.
Okay, what is the question, Commissioner Herbert?
Is this 10% what we were paying before?
Yes.
The same reimbursement rate?
This is the same rate that we've been paying literally for almost 40 years, the 10%.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mosley. Any other
Chairman.
questions? Yes, Mr. Mayor, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, on a serious note, Bill Yost is retiring, and many of you know the outstanding job he has done for us. Nearly 40 years of hard work. He's one of the reasons that Karen and Nina smile every month that rolls by. Bill Yost is absolutely one of the best, if not the best, in the state of Tennessee, and he'll be greatly missed. But his partner Wes is taking Karen's on here also. To Bill for some time. I'm very comfortable with it.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. You're having a little connection issues, but we understood that.
We're very comfortable with that. I know Karen's on here also.
Right. Thank you. This is a hard job, but I'm glad they're doing a great job at collecting those past due taxes. Does anyone else have any questions? Are you ready to vote? All right. All those in favor of Resolution 1120-14 signify by saying aye when I call your name. Commissioner Herbert?
Herbert, aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Morton?
Morton, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Sturgeon?
Sturgeon, yes.
Thank you. Mayor Anderson?
Anderson, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Webb votes yes. Resolution 11-20-14 passes unanimously. Next up is Resolution 1120-15, Resolution authorizing the county clerk on behalf of Williamson County to enter into a contract with Benjamin Wagle for the collection of delinquent privilege taxes. Do I have a motion for approval?
Herbert, motion to approve.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Morton, second.
Thank you. I have a question. What's the proper pronunciation of Benjamin's last name?
Weagle.
Mr. Chairman, if I
Legal.
may, this is Karen. It's
Yes, go
Weagle.
ahead, Karen.
Yeah, and he's going to be he's already a partner with Yost Robertson Weagle, and he'll be taking over the delinquent tax collections as well. And so it's Weagle.
Thank you very much, Karen. Anyone else have any questions on 1120-15?
Mr. Chairman, I do believe
ma'am.
he goes by Wes.
Wes Weagle. Okay, thank you. Chaz gave me the thumbs up on that. All right, good to know. I don't want to have any relationship with him other than personal. So, anyone have any other questions? Ready to vote? All those in favor of 1120-15 signify by saying aye when I call your name. Commissioner Herbert.
Herbert, aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Morton.
Morton, yes to Wes.
Thank you. Commissioner Sturgeon.
Sturgeon, yes.
Thank you. Mayor Anderson.
Anderson, yes, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Webb votes yes. Resolution 1120-15 passes unanimously. Next up is Resolution 1120-16, a resolution authorizing the Williamson County Mayor to execute an intergovernmental agreement with the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County regarding internet crimes against children, ICAC. Do I have a motion for approval?
Herbert, motion to approve.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Morton, second.
Thank you. We have the sheriff on the line. Does anyone have any questions? Sheriff, this will be a good partnership with Metro. We will both benefit, do you think?
Yeah, we've been doing this for years. It's international crimes against children, and they pay for everything. It gives us computers and stuff to do forensics on other computers and phones for when it comes to child pornography and stuff of that nature. And then when there's any training that needs to be done, Metro pays the bill on it.
Okay, Commissioner Sturgeon has a question regarding the cost.
It doesn't cost us anything.
Okay. Is that your question, Commissioner Sturgeon? Yeah, there you go.
So I was assuming that we were getting reimbursed, but that doesn't happen. For our hours?
No, we don't. If it's one of our cases, we work it just like a regular case. They provide all the training and equipment for us to work those cases.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Dusty. Now I understand.
Sure.
Thank you, Sheriff. Any other questions? Seeing none, ready to vote on Resolution 1120-16? All those in favor signify by saying aye when I call your name. Commissioner Herbert?
Herbert, aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Morton?
Morton, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Sturgeon?
Sturgeon, yes.
Thank you. Mayor Anderson?
Anderson, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Webb votes yes. Resolution 1120-16 passes unanimously. We have before us the late file resolution. I think everyone's got this. Resolution appropriating amending the 2020-21 juvenile service budget by $35,000. Revenues come from participant fees and detention contracts. Do I have a motion for approval?
Herbert, motion to approve.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner Morton makes the second. Any discussion on this? We have Judge Guffey if anyone has any questions. Seeing none, ready to vote. This does not have a number, so we'll just refer to it as the late file resolution. So all those in favor of this late file resolution regarding the 2020-21 juvenile services budget by $35,000, please signify by saying aye when I call your name. Commissioner Herbert.
Herbert, aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Morton.
Morton, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Sturgeon.
Sturgeon, yes.
Thank you. Mayor Anderson.
Anderson, yes.
Thank you. Commissioner Webb votes yes. And this late file resolution passes unanimously. Thank you, everyone.
Commissioner. Thank you, Chairman. We appreciate that.
Thank you,
Mr.
Judge Guffey.
Chairman,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Before you all adjourn, I just wanted to make all of the commissioners aware, those who are listening on the call, In an effort to try to expedite the virtual county commission meetings, members of staff have been working with a company out of Rockwall, Texas, to get an online voting system in place for your November county commission meeting. They have worked very diligently with us during the last 10 days, 10 business days to get this implemented. So you're going to see some changes. Instead of a WebEx call, you're going to be receiving an invitation to a Zoom call. The other thing I need you to do is, as when we get off the call, I'm going to get into my emails and I will be forwarding to all county commissioners 3 dates and times that you all need to take advantage of one of these training sessions. Either, Jamie, help me remember if it's Thursday and Friday. Yes, it's Thursday. Is one day, and Friday there are 2 opportunities. So this will allow you to vote on a virtual Zoom call instead of the clerk having to do the roll call on each of the commission or resolution items. Fortunately, this month there are not a lot of or other. We do have 6 public hearings that we'll be having on the agenda under zoning items. And this will also allow us the opportunity to invite members of the public to join the meeting via Zoom. So the staff, again, is working very diligently the rest of this week to get all this implemented for your meeting on Monday night. Please make sure that you look for the invitation for the Zoom meeting. Be sure that you look at the 3 opportunities that you have to sign up for a training session for this. And also Monday night, if you can, as many of you that can, it would be great if you're able to go ahead and log on around 6:30. Before the meeting, the folks from it's called Prime Gov is the name of the company, and they're going to be on early to allow us the opportunity to just make sure that you all are being seen and heard prior to the meeting. Mosley, don't worry, if push comes to shove, we'll go back to WebEx before Wednesday, but we are going to try to have this opportunity to allow you all to vote online as opposed to roll call.
All right. Thank you, Diane. I wanted to do for the mayor's update, but first, Commissioner Sturgeon asked a question. Commissioner Sturgeon, Resolution 7 was pulled by the Board of Education. And Resolution 13 is about speed limits, and that'll be heard by the full commission and the Highway Committee, not by us tonight.
And a follow-up to your question on that, Commissioner Webb, is the reason that resolution for reducing the speed limit is not before the Budget Committee, because the signage funding is already allocated in the highway budget. It's not requesting any new money.
Okay.
So does that mean resolutions 1 through 6 are about zoning?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. All right. We'll go to the mayor's update. Mayor Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't have anything else. Diane outlined some of the changes. Just this meeting.
Okay.
The county commission meeting is. Can you hear me? Can you hear me down or up?
Rogers, are you on? Do you have?
Paul, I have nothing to report.
We got that one. Thank you, Mayor. The mayor has nothing to report. Diane took care of it. Is there any other business for the budget committee tonight?
Just, I will add, going on with what Diane was saying with those first 6, we will be having 6 public hearings Monday night, so be prepared for that.
Yes, we're seeing that in our emails, Mr. Chairman. All right, anything else? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. And
Motion to
Adjourn.
thank you. We're good. I wanted to be there, right? All right. The Budget Committee of November 2nd is adjourned. We'll see you Monday at the County Commission. Thank you very much, everyone.